For more than a century deep in the American Southwest, there exists a stretch of land where gold seekers don't just vanish. Sometimes they are found without their heads. Hidden within central Arizona, where the sun scorches jagged ridges and the horizon stretches endlessly without a single comforting tree, lies a place believed to guard a legendary treasure, the Lost Dutchman Mine. Sounds like a cowboy tale told beside a campfire. If only it were that simple. Hundreds have entered these mountains with maps, canteens, and dreams of riches. Most never returned. Those who were found were missing the same thing: their heads. A mountain range named like a warning. You could blame wild animals, fatal mistakes, or the brutal desert, if only a handful of cases existed. But the toll has climbed into the hundreds across generations, all pointing to one place with a name that feels like an omen: Superstition Mountains. Locals say anyone who enters with greed in their heart is followed by something. And when you look at the history, that warning doesn't sound so far-fetched. The 1958 discovery: something happened in the dark. April 1958. Arizona reached its hottest, deadliest weeks. Deputy Benjamin Cruz, experienced but never dismissive of the desert, was trekking toward a location two terrified young men had reported: an abandoned campsite with signs of violence. He found it hidden behind razor-sharp rock walls. Everything was still. Too still. A gun cleaning kit dropped mid-use. No shell casings anywhere. The gun completely missing. A military sleeping bag soaked in dried, uneven blood, as if someone had thrashed through the night. Cruz radioed for backup. And as he finally lit a cigarette, one cold thought crossed his mind. If we're lucky, the head is still here this time. The ancient curse, land of the thunder god. Long before treasure maps or Spanish explorers, the Apache already knew this place was forbidden. They believed that beneath the sun-scorched stone lived a vengeful thunder god, satisfied only through reverence, and sometimes human blood. Deeper still lay a bottomless pit, a gateway to their underworld where souls remain trapped forever. The Superstition Mountains weren't sacred to the Apache. They were dangerous. A warning carved into the bloodline. The Spanish, those who came for gold and left terrified. In the 16th century, the Spanish heard rumors of an underground city of gold and marched straight into Apache land. They found gold. But soon, members of the mining team began to disappear. Their bodies later resurfaced, twisted like broken dolls. Armor offering no protection. Heads missing. No arrows. No footprints. No signs of attack. Only a message carved in silence: this gold is not yours. The Spanish fled. The legend remained. The Peralta family, the final proof of the curse. In the mid-1800s, the powerful Peralta family claimed they had discovered an extraordinarily rich vein within the mountain range. They extracted gold, until the Apache attacked with no mercy. Every member of the expedition died. The Peralta name became the last symbol of ambition crushed by sacred ground. Jacob Waltz, the only man who knew the truth. Decades later, a man appeared in Phoenix with sacks of raw gold. His name, Jacob Waltz. He ventured alone into the mountains and always returned with gold. He never revealed the mine's location. And when he died in 1891, the secret died with him. From that moment, the treasure stopped being a place. It became a curse. Unexplained deaths, from 1896 to the modern era. The list of disappearances and headless corpses grew longer. 1896, Alicia Revis. A wild hermit living naked in the mountains. His body found 4 miles from his cabin. His head placed neatly on a rock, as if watching its own corpse. 1931, Adolf Ruth. Came with an ancient treasure map. His skull found first, 2 bullet holes between the eyes. Body found later, leg broken, no weapon. Suicide? His family said he couldn't have shot himself. twice. 1947, James Cavey reached an inaccessible canyon by helicopter. Later found wrapped in a military blanket, suspended from a cliff. Once again, no head. 2009, Jesse Capon, researcher obsessed with the legend, found 3 years after disappearing, deep inside a crevice with no entry point. No blood, no drag marks, no explanation, and the list continues. No gold, no answers, only bodies, missing parts, strange lights, and the lantern man. With the rise of digital cameras, new anomalies appeared. A group of hikers visited the site of a 2011 plane crash. They took photos. A week later, someone noticed a figure standing behind them. A man in white staring directly at the camera. No one had seen him that day. Zooming in revealed a face with no details, skin blackened like it had been burned, a hand holding a glowing lantern even though the sun was blazing. Locals call him the Lantern Man. Others have seen strange orbs drifting across the sky, whispering, singing in a language not human. And sometimes hikers wake at midnight to the sound of stones being struck 3 times from beneath their feet. This isn't just Arizona, the Headless Valley. Far to the north, in Canada's frozen wilderness, lies a place with an equally chilling name, the Headless Valley. For nearly a century, bodies have been found there, also decapitated. The Dean people believe this land once belonged to the Naha, ghost warriors who took the heads of all who trespassed. Travelers today report unnatural lights, voices on the wind, campsites abandoned with food still warm, and bodies frozen to death beside fires still burning. What lies beneath the rock? Across cultures, from the Apache to the Dean, one terrifying pattern repeats. The missing head, the silence, the lack of explanation. Some theorize a secret group guarding the mine, a lineage of killers, or that the mine hides something far older than gold, a crack between realities, a gateway to something that should never be opened. The Apache call it the hellmouth, and perhaps it is waking, a place that doesn't want to be discovered. More than a century, more than 100 disappearances, no treasure, no culprit, no answers. Maybe it's nature, maybe it's murder, or maybe some places simply don't want to be found. Adolf Ruth wrote, days before vanishing, I didn't come to find gold, I came to find the truth. But in places like the Superstition Mountains or the Headless Valley, the truth isn't in stone. It isn't in gold. It's in the price people pay just to take one more step toward it. And if you're wondering whether anyone else will go back out there, the answer is always yes. Because humans, driven by logic, greed, faith, and curiosity, will always walk toward the place no one dares to go. And that, perhaps, is exactly what makes us the next to be chosen.